In this video, I'm going to tell you how to improve your sales funnel, spy on your competitors' websites, and know whether or not your web development team is lying to you. Stay tuned. Google Analytics is a must-use tool when building and maintaining websites. It's one of the most robust tools out there, and it's free. In just a few simple steps that they give you, you can begin collecting personalized, custom data on exactly what's happening with your website. I've literally used it on every website I've ever built or used for a client. With Google Analytics, you can know which of your products or blog articles are getting all your customers' attention, which ones aren't getting their attention, which ones aren't being well received, and which ones maybe aren't on anyone's radar at all. If you want to do more of what's working, you need Google Analytics because it'll tell you exactly where people are spending the most time on your website. Google Analytics also will visualize for you the consumer journey or your sales funnel. Are your sales down? Is your readership down? Is an article or a product not getting quite the attention that you wanted it to get? Well, just hop into Google Analytics and look at the user flow and look at your funnel and see where people are leaving this funnel so that you can understand maybe how to patch that hole and keep people on your site for longer. You've worked really hard on your SEO to get your traffic up. So don't drop the ball at the last second. Install Google Analytics so you can make sure you have optimized for every possible thing. Sold on Google Analytics but not quite sure if you want to spend the time learning how to do it yourself? Do you need an updated website? Please reach out to us and we'd be interested to help you out. We only work with businesses that are already selling things, that already have a little bit of success. We can't fix a broken business for you, but we can certainly help you with your existing business. If you are interested, please send me a text message or you can call me at 505-375-0128, or you can send me an email at 360motionmedia@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Now, maybe you're more interested in a set it and forget it kind of thing with your analytics. For that, I always suggest to set up Google Analytics goals. Goals are basically a custom conversion that you can set up on your website so that you get a little ticker to just show you how many times exactly what you wanted to happen on your website is happening. For example, let's say you were curious on how many people spent 5 or more minutes on your website. You can select or you can create a Google Analytics goal for a duration of 5 minutes, and this will count every time someone spends 5 minutes on your website, so you'll know exactly how much this goal is being reached. And with custom dashboards that Google allows you to use, you can have that number featured prominently so it's the first number that you see when you log in. For those who enjoy an example, I have one for you. Let's say you have 3 places on your website where you have an action that you want your customer to take. In the business, we call this a call to action, or really a CTA. So now let's take these 3 CTAs. Let's say you place one about a quarter down the page. Let's say you place the other one about halfway down the website, and let's say you place the last one at the bottom of the website. Now what we can do is see how far people are actually getting down our page. Obviously, if it's a call to action, we will know how many people have taken that call to action. And a lot of people will use this as a barometer to see how successful their website is becoming. However, this isn't the most accurate or sophisticated way we can report on how effective those CTAs are being. So for example, let's go back to the goals, and we can set up 3 goals now. We can set up a goal that will count when people get 25% down your website. We can set up a goal that will count when people get 50% down your website, and we can set up a goal when people get 75% scroll distance down your website. What this will allow us to do is see where people are actually clicking on that CTA on the customer journey. And so let's say 5 people click on the first CTA, 3 people click on the second CTA, and no people are clicking on the last call to action. Well, your average business owner or your average web development person is going to look at this and say, well, that CTA just isn't effective for whatever reason. Maybe we need to change it. However, once we set up these Google Analytics goals, now we can look at the goals and see that, oh, actually that Google Analytics goal, 75% down the way of the website, is never triggering. So no wonder no one's clicking that third CTA. People aren't staying engaged enough on our website to scroll all the way down to the bottom and get to that CTA. So now we know the problem isn't with the CTA, or at least it might not be. No one's seeing it, and so we know the problem is with the content or the flow of the website. And how do we get people to scroll further down that website so that they can actually see the third CTA and click it? We can't actually analyze how well that CTA is doing because people aren't even seeing it. And so now with Google Analytics goals, we've gotten a little bit more data out of the people on your website and exactly what they're doing, and that's what's really important and really cool about Google Analytics. Because Google Analytics is free and actually fairly easy to use, it's a no-brainer and you should absolutely have it on your website. That being said, it is not the only tool that you should use. It's not the end-all be-all. There are a lot of other tools out there, some we're going to talk about next, that you need in order to continue to build that master digital marketing toolkit. If you need more firepower in your mission to conquer internet traffic, then you need SEMRush. It's very easy to set up and literally anyone could do it. You don't have to reach out to your IT person or your web guy or your grandson who seems to take 6 months to get anything done for you. All you need to do with SEMrush's suite of tools is simply input a URL and it will give you access to all of the analytics that you could possibly want. And if you really think about this, what else will this allow you to do? It'll even allow you to spy on your competitors. That's right, because all you need to do is put in a URL. So if you put in their URL, it'll give you analytics about their site as well as analytics about your site. It even has a tool where you can compare them side by side, where you can put in your URL and a competitor's URL and even another competitor's URL and compare them all side by side, so you can kind of see who's doing what better than the other one, or where you can improve, or where you are doing a little bit better than them. All of this is possible with SEMrush's suite of tools. Stop searching for yourself to try to see where you rank for certain keywords. This isn't very accurate because when you actually search on Google, your search history is actually taken into account. And so you're not going to get very accurate results, especially if your website, maybe you have gone to it a couple of times, or maybe you have it open in another tab. Google will show that result higher than maybe it should be because it thinks you actually want to see that website. So if you go to SEMrush and actually look at their keyword analyzer tools and their domain tools, it will tell you what keywords a certain domain is ranking for and what position on Google they're ranking at. So, for example, if you're a car mechanic and you want to rank for mechanic near me, if you put that into Google yourself, you're going to get all kinds of different results. You're going to get location-based results. You're going to get search history-based results. Maybe it knows you like to go to Pep Boys, so Pep Boys is going to pop up. But if you put it into SEMrush, then it will say right there, car mechanics near me, and it will show you what your ranking is. And you can also add location to that in SEMrush as well. SEMrush's suite of tools for the keywords and the domain rankings will show you what Google is actually thinking about your website and how high on the ranking page it thinks it should be. This will allow you to actually benchmark where you are and allow you to work towards getting a better result instead of haphazardly trying to figure out where you are on Google. Another thing is, what if you're interested in paid ads? Maybe you've been thinking about doing some Google ads and you get to the part where it asks you how much do you want to pay and you don't know. You don't know how much a keyword is worth or how much your traffic is worth. Well, SEMrush will actually show you the average cost per click for a keyword in each state. So let's say you were looking to do financial consulting in Nevada. Well, you can type that into SEMrush and it will tell you the average cost per click of running an ad for the keyword financial consultation in Nevada. You can do this for any keyword in any state in the United States, and so you can know exactly what to bid for a keyword, or if maybe a keyword is outside of your budget, or maybe you want to increase your bid so you can get shown more for that keyword than other people. I'm going to share one more tool with you today. It's by no means the last one that SEMRush has to offer. If you're interested in seeing what else SEMrush has to offer, I have an affiliate link in the description below, or you can just Google SEMrush. They'll pop right up. Also, if this sounds really interesting to you and you really want to use this with your business and your website, but you don't have the time because you're running a successful business and you would like me to help you out with that, please send me an email at 360motionmedia@gmail.com, or you can send me a text message or call me at 505-375-0128, and I'd be happy to talk to you about maybe what we can do for you, or if you just have some questions, I'd love to answer them for you. No problem. So, speaking of having a successful online business, one of the key components of that is having great content. And SEMrush knows this, and they've actually built a tool to help you with this. They have a content analyzer where you can literally paste in, let's say you're making a blog post, you can paste in the text from that blog post into their content analyzer, and it's going to tell you how it'll perform on Google, how it SEO is, if it's formatted correctly, how long and complex your sentences are, stuff like that. Also, if you're curious about what do I write next, they have a content suggestion tool which will actually suggest what you should write about in a certain niche or keyword category, which is super cool. I've been using this tool in all my projects lately. It's free, quick, and easy. Can you tell my bias for free, quick, and easy? The main thing I use this tool for is to perform an SEO site audit. Please see my video on a more in-depth discussion of exactly what an SEO site audit is and does. Are you sick of salespeople trying to constantly tell you what's wrong with your website, the website that you probably spent thousands of dollars for? Are you unsure whether or not they're telling you the truth, or is something actually wrong with your website? Well, now you have some ammo to fight back. All you need is to go to neilpatel.com/SEO analyzer, put in your URL, and see if they're telling the truth. Using a tool like this can go a long way in educating yourself on whether these people are coming with good advice or bad advice. All you need is the copy and paste function to copy your URL and paste it into the SEO Analyzer's URL input field. That's it. You don't need to put any code on your website to do this. You're not restricted on the amount of times that you can use this tool, so you could sit there all day analyzing your favorite websites and really get an understanding of what your web people or your IT people are looking at when they give you information about your website. Another thing they always seem to try to say is that they can rank you #1 on Google for your favorite keyword. I'm sure you've heard this and been skeptical, or maybe even roll your eyes, as you should, because the fact is some keywords are really hard to rank for, and some keywords aren't that hard to rank for. And usually it's the desirable ones that are very hard to rank for. So to help you be more prepared, there is a tool on this SEO Analyzer that will tell you actually how difficult a certain keyword is to rank for. It gives it a score between 0 and 100. The higher the score, the more difficult it is to rank for that keyword. And so if someone comes to you and says, hey, we can rank you for your top 3 keywords, and you hand them 3 keywords that are very difficult to rank for, the likelihood that they're going to be able to make good on that promise is very low. Now, before I give you my last favorite thing about this tool, if you would like someone to run a site audit for you and give you their expert opinion on what the results mean, or you can call me at 505-375-0128. I'd love to hear from you. Finally, are you wondering if your web and IT people are really telling you what you want to hear, or if they're telling you the truth? What is your website's most visited page? Well, Neil Patel has the top pages feature that will tell you exactly which one of your web pages is the top page. And it will rank them. It doesn't just give you one, it actually gives you a couple, so even better. So if you hire some third-party company or some dude just do your website. He says, yeah, man, everyone's looking at your most expensive, highest profit product there is. Don't worry, sales coming soon. Go put your URL into this tool and see if they're telling you the truth. So I hope you enjoyed this video on my breakdown of Google Analytics versus SEMrush versus Neil Patel's SEO Analyzer. If I had to pick one to use, I wouldn't. I would use all three, and I often do all the time. Every day in my job, I typically use all three. I always install Google Analytics. I always run a website through Neil Patel's SEO Analyzer, and I usually finish off with the SEMrush suite of tools as well, just to dig in a little bit more. If you would like someone to help you with any of these tools, or if you need a new website built, please reach out to me. We would love to help you build a website or just look at your analytics or improve your SEO. You can call me at 505-375-0128 or send me an email at 360motionmedia@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you.